Okay, so this is my Platycerium hula hands, and this is the plant that we're going to be propagating today. You're going to see it's got one tiny pup here at the bottom, and this is what we're going to cut away from the mother plant, and we're going to remount the mother plant, and we're going to sort of pot up this little pup that it has. Okay, so I've done this before, and all these Staghorn ferns are from that initial plant. This is actually one of the pups that I removed about a year ago, so let's see how big its leaves look. Okay, so if you can see right under here, underneath the mother plant's sort of shield frond is the base of this new pup. We're going to basically cut away here. Don't worry, the mother plant will be fine. And then we're going to repot this, and this will become a new plant. And then this will be attached to this new system. It's perforated for a reason. I'll get to that a bit later. Okay, so I'm just going to cut away from the thing. Don't worry too much about affecting the mother plant, it'll be okay. See all these roots, and you can actually see there's some new pups coming there. But we're gonna ignore those, and we're just gonna cut this base out. Okay, it's literally as easy as that. You're going to take this and you're going to put it in a pot, and it's going to grow to become one of these in the future. Let me put this in the shade. Okay, so I don't like to do this, but sometimes it needs to be done if we're going to sort of reattach the main plant. We're going to come and just cut away from this shield frond, just so that we can see what we're doing. Now you don't want to do this too often, but like I said, it does need to happen sometimes, because you can see that most of this is all roots. So the mother plant has pretty much filled up this thing, and I think it is ready for a repot. And we've damaged it now, so we kind of need to do it. Have it. So now that it's sort of secure, we really want to try and get a very round shape going on. So I've just set up a little bit of string here to kind of give us the base shape, and we're going to just slowly build along the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap some sort of twine around it, and then we're slowly going to build our base. And sort of the rounder you get it, then the plant can really get that sort of style. So I'm going to begin by taking the first sort of twine around the base of the plant to just get this moss to cooperate with us. And as I'm taking the twine around, I'm gently trying to collect as much moss in the shape as I can. Looks very messy in the beginning, but you just have to be patient. So, as I'm building this thing, you'll begin seeing that we get this sort of rounder shape, and you kind of need to play with it, you know. You need a lot of sphagnum moss for this usually. And sort of why I'm using a perforated base is because these plants eventually can get some fungal issues, right? So if you use a perforated base, you can kind of stop that from happening. So even if you're using wood, it's important to like you know, it'll maybe drill some holes through the back of it to just stop the plant from getting that fungal issues. I think when people put them in trees and stuff, maybe a reason why they're not growing as fast is because, you know, they're not really watering it as often as it needs to be, and also the fungal issues can kind of affect the plant. The aim of the game is to really get a round bowl out of this. So you want, I'll show you in a moment, but you kind of want this shape to be very round, because the new leaf is going to go right around here, and then you'll not see any of this stuff. So if you set it up nice in the beginning, then you never need to do it again. The twine is fighting with me, but we need to get it like that. See, this is called the shield frond. This outer sort of leaf, we can cut it because the plant will grow them back and all of like cover eventually. So it's okay to get rid of these now, especially while we're doing this. It won't harm the plant too much. I don't love doing it, but it does need to happen. This is a lot of the time a process that, you know, you maybe take days to do, so you really don't want to rush. The plant is fine. So a lot of the time what I'll do is I'll do this, and then, you know, I'll continue again tomorrow usually, because the best type of work, you really don't want to rush. And if you guys want to see a sort of my plant tour and what sort of plants I keep, put that in the comments, and I can do that one day. You see, so we want to build up the base a bit. Ready? Okay, so there's a bit of a gap here, so we're trying to fill that little gap in, and the plant is kind of leaning back, so I want to get more volume here on the front. The plant is an epiphytic plant, right? That means it grows against other plants, and it grows on rocks and stuff like that. So if you put it in soil, it'll die. So by having the plant mounted in like this, it stops it from getting sort of rotten roots and that kind of thing. So now what I'm going to do is slowly start to wrap this around it to create this bit of a bowl shape. Okay, to finish off, let's just clean a little. a very messy job, that's why I did it outside. So I'm just gonna cut you want it to be smooth, because the smoother it is, it means then the new leaf is going to be very smooth against it. How does it look? Okay, so there. Thanks for you. Okay. Now I'm just going to mount it quickly. Guys, so we're finally done with remounting it. It took freaking the whole day, but have a look here. I'm not the greatest at this, but you need to look at the round shape. So the shield frond, when it comes in, is going to go around and close this thing, very much like similar to this, right? So you're going to really get that round shape. And the new pup, for example, we're going to take a bit of peat moss or cocoa peat, something like that, and we're just going to put it in a pot for now. Let me show you what I did with the previous plant. The previous pup that I had sort of propagated, and this was just in a normal pot with peat moss. I unfortunately left it outside for quite a while, but you can see how easily and nicely they grow. You should have seen how small this was a while back. Just gonna take some chunky mix. I need to make a plan. Okay, I promise you, this plant will live. Okay, so I'm gonna put it outside in some shady spot, sort of in my propagation area here. Do that. We're gonna make sure it gets a lot of light and not too much sun. You really want to keep it away from the sun in the beginning. And yeah, let's wait and see. I'll definitely show you in maybe about a month or so, and hopefully it's gotten some new leaves. And hopefully this one starts to sprout some new leaves as well. But guys, that's it. If you have a Staghorn Fern with some pups on it, I promise you it's easy to propagate, and you should definitely do it. Guys, thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.